and then heal, and then heal, and then future sight, and then heal. It was the longest, most awful
Nice.
fight.
My current strat on the run I'm on, I have a Sigilif. I fucking love using this. The old Gen 5 classic Sigilif.
Mhm.
Doesn't take damage, and if you can get them with the status, they don't take damage from status, and so you can use Cosmic Power, double you, and to boost all your defenses, make you unkillable. Then you can stored power to wipe out anything in its max power because you're max stat buffed. You can Psycho Shift your status effect onto other people
Mhm.
and fuck them up because it doesn't affect you at all.
Yeah.
He's unstoppable, unkillable, most annoying Pokemon of all time.
I don't remember what strat works the fucking best.
I was gonna say you just run it
Yeah.
like fucking run by run until you know how it's gonna go.
It's
And
been
like,
it's been a bit since
I mean I had mine down to the point where like I was like 30 turns in, like knew the exact like script. I'm like, okay, he flinches here, and
Yep.
then he misses this, and then I miss this, but it's all right. And then like,
Yeah,
cheated RNG.
it's always really easy to if you can get her into like a switch loop. That's kind of the play, I think, because
Yeah.
they
I that's what kind of won it for me is I got her to like panic, I guess, when her Rayquaza got down to like 2 ticks, but like lost all, he had used all of his items, and then she just started spam switching for some reason, and I was just whacking the shit out of him every time. I was spamming like future sight, so she would switch something in, and then it would just blow up the next turn.
excellent.
I got a legendary egg from the Groudon thing, so I still need to hatch it.
Pretty sure that means you definitely get Groudon.
I hope so. You'd think. Yeah, you would totally think.
Well, I think that's what it says on the wiki. If you got it from the legendary machine.
Yeah, I
and
definitely got it from the
legendary
Groudon
egg,
one because I was
and then
gonna
it's
call
definitely
Aiden earlier, Chris,
it
and
should
he's
be at
like,
least.
yeah, I think the legendaries are like something 0 whatever percent. I don't know what he said, but
I mean, maybe I don't know. I guess I could look it up again.
I don't know what the odds are, but I rolled like 5 of them, and then I got a legendary. I was like, nice. And then I dumped the rest onto the shiny. I got a few shinies so far from them. Nothing crazy I want to use.
I haven't gotten a single shiny from the shiny egg up yet. I've rolled that bitch. I've rolled that bitch like 100 times.
All my shinies I've caught.
What was it? Yeah, I caught 1, and then I think I got 2 or maybe 3 from my eggs. I don't know. I hatched like a million fucking eggs all at once because I used all my things. And once the commons rolled up and like I hit the amount of turns for the commons to hatch, I just hatched like literally like 50 things.
Legendary machine has a 1 in 256 chance for an egg containing the featured legendary to drop, adding to the 1 in 256 of a regular legendary egg. So you essentially have 2 rolls of the 1 in 256. It's just that 1 is for random and 1 is for
Groudon specifically.
Groudon. So you have basically it's a 50-50 that it's Groudon or something else.
Yeah.
That's cool. Groudon's great. I mean, that's probably like a carry if you got it if you get it.
I'd love
for sure.
fucking Rayquaza. That would be very nice. But no, I love Groudon. I fucking love Emerald is my favorite game. I want to do like a Gen 2 run. Or Gen 3.
I start
Gen 2, Gen 3 run.
My Sigilif one started as Gen 5 only, although I guess it is still Gen 5 only. I don't even remember. It's been a couple days.
My very first run that I did good because I got caught on like like stage 8 a few times because the first couple rival ones. But my first like actual run, I had a Raichu as my carry, but I got caught in like the 120s. I got caught in a loop where I kept going back and forth in like the desert and something else, and everything was ground type. And like my main carry, I could not get a non-electric move, no matter how hard I fleeted. I just wasn't getting any.
That's why the map is a top pick for sure. Every time. Yeah. If I see it, it's mine.
Well,
the only thing better than a map would be like
only lets you pick when you have an equal chance to go between things, but when you have one of those that generates like you know, like a 20% chance to go to one place that's like cooler and more rare, and then like an 80 or whatever left over, it doesn't let you pick that one. Because I had the map and it wasn't letting me pick certain ones. When on the map it showed that, like on the wiki map, it showed that I should have had options.
It does have. Well, no, the thing is that the map only works every other biome shift. So if you get it before 20, where the first shift happens, where you would get their first choice, you could pick it. But then on 30, whereas you'd normally have a choice, and you could pick with the map, it would be whatever. And then on 40, you'd be able to pick again. So that's probably what happened.
Yeah, that must have been what happened. But it lined up where, you know,
yeah, it's annoying. I know what you mean. I was like, I swear I should have had the choice to not go back to the ocean, but here I am again yet.
Well, I ended my run in the ocean, and I was about to go to the abyss, and I was like, that would have been cool. But then when I got to the abyss, it was this 190 stage, so it like automatically brings you to wherever the fuck this like sky place is.
The astral plane or something.
Yeah. Reminds me of like the what is it, the Delta chapter on the Gen 3 remake, Gen 3.
Well, you know what it actually is.
I don't.
It's Final Destination from Smash.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
It doesn't even look like it.
Yeah, it does. What do you mean? It's got the background. I mean, the background's a bit lighter than Final D normally is, but the stage does look like the Final Destination stage. They're inspired by it, at least.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I guess it's. Yeah, I see it now.
I really hope that they add a couple like alternate stories, I guess, beats to the classic mode. Like
random, like, you know, you may get like a fucking Groudon and Kyogre final bosses or some shit like that.
Yeah,
like,
I think honestly, I think you could easily do it because it would be pretty much the same thing. You just maybe create just like a different kind of pattern to the rival, maybe a different dialogue, or maybe just a different character as the rival. You could add an evil team that just shows up on random floors as well.
Yeah.
And
either that or you
obviously just change the final boss.
To be like the you know, bad team or whatever.
That would be cool, yeah.
Random one from a game, or if even if they just kept the normal stuff the same and just kind of replaced like the stage 200 final boss, like based on the biome you're in, that would be cool. But then obviously they'd have to tweak like the fact that you're not staying in the biome for 200.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of funny. They picked Eternatus just because he base stat wise,
piece of shit.
Uncomparable stat total on Eternatus.
Yeah.
But that doesn't necessarily mean, honestly, that he's like the strongest Pokemon, which is why Mega Rayquaza is a much harder fight.
Mega Rayquaza is a harder fight because you're also fighting 5 other Pokemon.
True, of course.
If you replaced her Mega Rayquaza with that Eternatus, that would be fucked. Like a full-on fight.
That would be honestly probably would be a worse fight.
I think the only reason why Eternatus was kind of easy is because it was like a double battle, just like Smackfest, and you can beat the shit out of him.
That's true.
And that's what I did. For some reason, he just was obsessed with hitting my Cresselia, and I just kept healing. And then I would smack the shit out of him with whoever my second one is, and when he'd occasionally like one-shot my Garchomp or something, I'd just pull someone else out. And then he'd start, for like 4 turns, he would just hit Cresselia, and Cresselia would keep healing. And the other person would just chip away at him. But he had so many fucking special defense and defense stacks up. Just from like losing his things and then like Dynamaxing, that I was doing like such little damage, but I just poked away at him. This shit took me way longer. And Cynthia was pretty hard.
Like, I mean, she's got what, 3 boss Pokemon.
Yeah.
Usually a pseudo dragon.
Mine was weird. So she had Sceptile was her main one, obviously, like with the
and the bird
or whatever. She had Rayquaza. She had a Toucannon, an Oricorio, the psychic Oricorio, an Electivire, and I don't remember what the 6th name was.
Gotcha, you fucking pussy bitch.
Oh, I can't remember his name. Hydreigon, the like Deanos.
Yeah,
Poison,
Hydreigon is.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
So she had those 6. Toucan, all of the non-bosses, one shot, just gone.
Yeah.
It was basically just fighting the rest of them.
Yeah, I mean, by far.
My run started with.
I mean, honestly, I would just love a final one where the final boss is not just a wild Pokemon and is instead like a, like the evil team boss or something with a diverse, extremely insane team at max level with like an unbelievable strategy. They're all bosses or something. It's just like,
yeah, I mean, they kind of did the generic thing that like some games do, where the final boss
for
is
sure.
like acknowledging
Honestly,
that they're like playing a video game and like running through.
Honestly, the guy probably had it planned to have done that already, but then of course his game got like 20 times the amount of players he probably ever expected.
That's why the fucking second stream was so aptly named.
Got like 200 times more.
Yeah, second stream is so aptly named. The fucking big creators got a hold of it, and
yeah,
no one else could fucking play it.
Point Crow started, and it all went downhill from there.
Sure, I shouldn't have streamed it. I shouldn't have streamed it.
We streamed once right before it.
I found in a Point Crow stream, and he's level like 2,000 something. Like full
who?
With it. Huh?
Who stream?
Point Crow is his name. For sure.
Oh, that guy's playing it.
He does like Pokemon games and shit.
I know who he is. I didn't know that he was.
Yeah,
playing
he was playing it, and I chimed in, and I think actually in Ludwig's video also he did the same thing. He chimed in a Point Crow stream, and he was on stage like he was level like 2,000 something with like a I don't even know what's happening anymore. It looked like a fucking DeviantArt like mashup of like Super Mega Uber Rayquaza Giga Mode fucking particle nonsense. I was like, I don't know what's happening on the screen.
Yeah, it's crazy what Endless ends up throwing at you, just because it starts stacking things in crazy amounts. Like, it doesn't even really matter what Pokemon it's even showing you, because they all have tokens that just like they all will burn you, they all will paralyze you, they're all gonna revive, they're all gonna one-shot you.
What started to get really annoying was like the item and additional effects were more of the boss than like the actual boss.
I honestly,
like
maybe this is a hot take, but I think Endless needs to be
really annoying.
I think Endless needs to be much harder. I think the fact that so many people are so easily getting to like level 5,000 is to me, I mean, when I think of a game that has a kind of beginning and end, but especially in this kind of like roguelike format where you can keep going, I feel like it's supposed to get like crazy, unbelievable difficult, like really fast. Like if it's a 200 round thing,
that's how like a lot of.
Then I think in endless mode should be. Really I think in endless mode should be pretty much unbeatable by like level 500.
Yeah. The like Gunfire Reborn, you play it, it's easy. You unlock like hard mode. You play that, it's a little harder. You get like nightmare mode. You play through that. When you beat that, you get the what is it even called? Like the dream mode where it lets you.
Oh, congrats, Chris! Just won.
Oh, I wasn't even looking. Nice.
Yeah, I did win.
We're so distracted in our own sauce.
Yeah.
No, y'all are good.
Y'all are good. Awesome.
You get like dream mode where you start to like add your own modifiers to it, so you can pick like what kind of stuff to make like your own like endless mode, kind of cater to what you want to play. But that shit is like ridiculous. It is so crazy. Especially
I'd love something like that. Yeah, I'd love an ability. I'd love a way that you could like say like I want to do a run where it's endless, but we're only in Volcano.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, and that's kind of how
crazy
that one is.
I think it is
like
kind of bullshit that you can't catch anything in this biome, though.
Yeah. I wish the biomes... I don't know. I wish they looped a little less. Because it's very easy to get stuck in like a forest loop.
Yeah.
For like 80% of a run. Or they have like really cool like biome paths, like leading to the volcano or like leading to the not the Badlands, but the dragon one. Whichever one that one was. Like, and it's kind of like a long path that leads there. Yeah, I think it's like Wasteland or something. But when you're done with it, you have like a pretty good chance to like go right back into it and then do the whole loop again, which is like another like 50 or 60 stages. So it like very easily is like boom, 80% of your run takes place in these biomes.
I think that's kind of intentional though.
Yeah.
I mean, assuming that you have a map, you kind of want to do that, assuming that you have like, okay, I've got a fire type, let's do a forest run, and you try to just kind of like stay in the forest, because then the bosses will be easier. You know, you won't have nearly as much need to constantly spend a bunch of money on like healing items, because you'll be able to just like one shot a bunch of stuff. And I mean, yeah, it's kind of lame. I think honestly, what I think is, I think the paths should be a bit more branching. Like, he's got a lot of biomes in this game, and honestly, I mean, to be honest, I don't really even think there's many more like theoretical biomes you could even add. Like, he's got pretty much everything that's ever been in a Pokemon game
I think
nailed.
he could sit down and probably get another like 10 or 15.
Like right now, it's kind of, there's too much of like, if you go to the beach, you're only going to be going to the sea from there.
Yes. Yeah.
And
well, that's what I mean.
If you're going to the
is that
sea, you have to go to the
makes a
seabed.
loop.
And if you're in the seabed, you may just end up in the cave, which goes to the lake, which goes, and it's just over and over. You may just loop and loop and loop. Whereas I think it's very easy and very Pokemon-like that you may go to the beach and then go, like, you may go to the beach to the sea, but then maybe you end up at a forest, because it's like in a Pokemon game, you would have
like
crossed an ocean and ended up
go to the
somewhere.
beach
You don't
and
always
then you go,
just
like,
go
back to the cave that you were in, and then from there you go out like a different exit to a different area. That happens all the time. There's always like
there's
a cave in a Pokemon game that like
just more options. I think any one of these biomes could easily link to like 5 others at most. And he's already got the system in place where it's like percentages, chances that ones will be available and won't be available. It's very easy, I think. I mean, that's the thing with Pokemon, and why everyone's always so keen on making fan games and stuff, because at the end of the day, it's literally just numbers. There's no like really hard coding anything. You just put the numbers and the math equations to make those numbers work in place, and then you just put some pretty funny pictures to go with those numbers, and boom, you've got a Pokemon.
Yeah, there's definitely a lot more stuff they could do. Like, there's only 2 ice-related ones, and it's like an icy cave and a snowy forest, and they're so... I don't know, the icy cave is so far in, like, a nested thing that, like, you never get there unless you're...
intentionally going there, which is the only time I've been.
It's crazy, because my most recent run, I actually ended up in a ice biome loop. I went there twice in a row.
I've never seen one yet. I wasn't even sure it was there until I just checked.
They're crazy. It was pretty good, because I was able to just mow down all the ice types.
Lake, beach, island, sea, and then sea to ice cave. And then I do like that ice cave has like multiple ways you can get there. You can also get to the... I wanted to go to the fairy cave, but I never got that.
Okay, here we go. It's the Eternatus fight.
Base and the Abyss, but I never got them.
How confident are you feeling, Chris?
All my Pokemon are pretty fucking
I fucking almost killed him the first try, and then all like my next, like all of them up until I've won were like worse than my first attempt for some reason.
That's how fucking Elden Ring bosses go. You get it that first time, and then the like next 6 fights are like you get one shot every time.
Worse at it.
I am a little bit worried, but okay, that's the one shot move.
Yeah, it's
Do you have a fairy type? No.
I do not.
Yeah, well, that's the thing is also like fairy types are so fucking good. It's insane.
Yeah.
My problem with fairy types is that like every time I've tried to do a run where I'm like specifically taking a fairy, like it just does not go well. I get to like 30 and it's a hard stomp.
I caught a Tinkaton and I should have kept it on my team. It was very much regretted.
It's true. If you have a Tinkaton and you have a Pokemon that can, like, if you literally have a Tinkaton and a Flash Fire Pokemon, Eternatus cannot win. It is impossible for him to win.
Bro, that's
because
bullshit.
He can't do damage to your team then.
True, Chris. Yeah, Aiden came in and he's like, I want to see your reaction to this. And I was like, this shit easy as fuck. And then he like doubled in health and healed. And I was like, oh. Now it's
Yeah.
a duo battle.
Yeah.
But it kind of, well, I
His
guess I won't
ability
say
is
it
also
necessarily
really
gets
cool.
easier.
Hover over his ability in the top right. I think it looks like a hell
He's got the black hole.
the one to
The
yeah, that
mini
one.
black hole.
Yeah.
Bruh.
And also, I'm pretty sure if there's not a held item for him to take, he generates a lumberry.
That's
No, he doesn't
bugged.
generate anything. If
He
you don't
was-
have any items, he can't steal anything.
He was pulling lumberries out of thin air in my run. I am 100% sure there were no lumberries, and he was just getting them. Aspen, what are you eating?
Well, I don't know. I don't code this game. I know a lot about Pokemon, but this isn't really.
Yeah,
Like, this is kind of a stretch for Pokemon. It's maybe the best Pokemon experience, but
Oh, I've been fucking addicted
You know.
to this.
it's just the
It's
gameplay.
amazing.
Like it's like
Yeah.
short form real content, but like Pokemon.
I think of this as kind of like the best thing we've ever gotten in the way of like competitive single player Pokemon.
Yeah.
Like when you play competitive, it's this kind of fun, quick action, adrenaline filled kind of slugfest, and you just kind of can go back and back and back with that fight after fight after fight in singles or doubles or whatever. You don't really get that experience in single player unless you are like basically literally kneecapping yourself constantly in order to put yourself on a level with the AI.
Yeah,
But in this
or if
game,
you
the
were
AI is
doing, like,
almost
the,
always like better than you, and they
the
cheat.
events that did it for you, like the battle tower and stuff.
Yeah.
I did
And
like
I mean,
the,
in
I
a way,
the Sun
like
and
when
Moon
you think
battle
of
tower.
like how Eternatus works here, he kind of cheats, right?
Oh, 100%. I can't remember what it was that happened, but I was like, this is just straight up cheating.
Yeah.
Like this isn't even.
It's awesome. Listen, Chris and I, we've played Wizard 101 a lot, and one of the reasons that game is good is because they created a complex system of rules, and then they make almost every boss in the game break those in a very specific way. That makes you have to figure out how you can beat them when they literally don't play by the same rules that you have to obey by.
Yeah.
It's awesome. That's what makes Wizard 101 great.
Higher level D&D monsters.
True. Actually, bitch, go to sleep. Bro stole my shell though.
How does he? Oh, that's unfortunate.
I feel like yeah, dude, stealing the shell. Mine stole leftovers from me.
Oof.
So I had to keep my not Duraludon, but whatever the fuck the new gen evolved thing is for him, who had the leftovers. I had to keep him out until the end, because if he stole the leftovers, I was doing so little damage that like rounds go by so fast. So healing 1/16, it's like it's so bad. Like you skip through 4 rounds
Yeah,
and
because
you
it's
just heal
total
a quarter of
health.
health. It's
Yeah.
fucked.
Total health. So like 1/16 is
A lot
I mean,
when you're chipping
what,
away at
half
him.
of a health bar. It's crazy.
All right, I know the
He
strat
really is
for next
snoozing
time.
here. He really is snoozing here.
I was saying the sleep's pretty. Also, the saving.
Shit.
It's an
Yeah,
interesting
I'm
choice
done.
because
You have
they
no PP.
they
I'm
give.
gonna
Yeah, I
have to-
ran out of my Cresselia was struggling at the end of it.
Yeah.
The interesting thing here is that they like. I get the fucking Pokemon action economy, but they like action economy screw themselves because obviously it's a 2v1, but also his main move is a fucking recharge move. So like, he's kind of like a punching bag.
Yeah.
He hits really fucking hard, and he's got cool abilities that kind of sustain him. But
Does anything you have like Whirlpool or like Leech Seed or
No.
any residual damage?
I wish.
That's the only way I've beaten him, really, is bring like a Leech Seeder or like something with Salt Cure.
luckily for me, my Excadrill was able to survive one of the Turnip Blasts. So in his first stage here, I would just Earthquake him. He'd hit me and I'd live, and I'd Earthquake him again while he was recovering, and I'd start the second phase without losing anybody, which was nice.
Mm.
I know I've seen a lot of people like their like it takes 1 or 2 Pokemon to actually even get to the second phase starting, which obviously fucking restarts it all.
Yeah.
Which is pretty good though. Yeah, I don't know what the hell was
Does
up.
he
I
have
no-
levitate?
No, he does
No.
not. You can earthquake.
Get fucked.
Just pressure.
Yeah, you got some. Crit 2. Beat shit out.
Nope. Damn it.
Excadrill was very helpful for me.
Go back to sleep, you piece of shit.
I think Excadrill was my main, just like outspeed and one-shot everything to get through the majority of the game Pokemon.
Yeah.
Duraludon was just super fucking tanky. I'd just get him up with Iron Defense and Stamina. He'd get to 6 defense so quickly, and then would the majority of fights, you know, seemed to be like physical damage for me. So he would just tank everything. I wish he had a way to heal, but I didn't have a way to heal him, other than the leftovers that I got kind of towards the end. And then I just had a Garchomp with a shit ton of stat increases and like he had a grip claw, so by the end of the game he had a shit ton of random things.
Zen Headbutt is definitely the better move, Chris.
True. Oh, he wakes up. That's gay.
Yeah, he
That's
just like
annoying.
restarts himself and heals the shit. Hold C. He was I don't know what the fuck was up with his stat increases when he goes to the second phase, but he was gaining like different amounts every time I did it. And
It's
sometimes
random. That's just part of the that's just part of the
Yeah.
boss thing. And
But
I think that
sometimes
is
he
just
would
part of
gain,
his like
4
kind of scripted.
defense and like 3 special defense, and I'm like, dude, like I can't touch you because you're starting off with like ridiculous defense.
Well, he does know cosmic power.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Once he started doing that too, that was like that would just make it insane.
Not the black belt.
Yeah, I don't know where the fuck he was getting Lumberry from, or Lumberries from in mine, because I didn't have any, and he would just get them. And
He wasn't stealing them from my Snorlax, who doesn't have, or he wasn't getting any from my Snorlax, who doesn't have anything.
I don't know what was up with mine.
So I'm not entirely sure.
Actually, it was weird. 'Cause I couldn't put any status on him because he was just gaining a Lumberry like every other turn from something, and then he'd just heal it. Yeah, I thought it was kind of boring that like the last trainer fight, she just has like 2+ Lumberries on everyone, so it's like statuses are so hard. But I get why though, because it would be so easy to just like toxic stall your way to victory if they didn't have any, but still. It made the confusion from his outrage really annoying because he had like no penalty for a long time until he ran out.
Oh, well, it's okay. Motherfuckers just sleep anyway.
That's so crazy. He's like taking each hit with like just a sliver of
Yeah, just enough.
of health to be able to survive the next hit without losing a health bar. It's ridiculous.
Oh, rip, I'm out of Zen Headbutt.
Well, Raging Bull it is.
Alright, Tauros, we're gonna switch you out. Actually, Tauros, we're gonna switch
He might
you
cross
out.
poison.
He might, but I'm hoping that he hits the Snorlax instead. Yeah, see.
Yeah, my Eternatus was stupid. Like he would just pick like the worst move on the worst person, other than like randomly Eterna blasting someone, like into a fine mist. He would just like flamethrower my Cresselia and do like no damage, and she'd just heal, while I had like sweepers just beating the shit out of him.
That's AI for you.
Yeah.
But it's
Pokemon
weird though, because
AI,
I felt like when I was fighting like Iris, it was so much smarter. It would like really like fuck me over the best way possible every time it could. But this was just
Oh, is this it? Holy shit! How much? This fucking
I
special
almost
defense is insane.
won.
Special defense is 4 or +3. Speed's +4.
I almost won my
Shit.
second try, but I got him down to about this much health, and my
Oh, he's kept sleeping
wishy-washy
shit.
missed 3 hydro pumps in a row.
Oof.
I was like, dude. Yeah, if you have a move that has a chance to miss, it'll always find the most gut-wrenching time for you to miss.
Got the shell bell.
Oh shit.
You motherfucker.
I'm out of. Damn.
Took that shit like a champ. That healing wasn't too bad.
Yeah, Showbell thankfully is just
Yeah,
it's,
he didn't do much damage to the
yeah,
There
it's
he goes.
there. Yeah, there he goes. And
That's
it
the real
sucks
part.
because Icy Wind does so little damage, but I can.
Freeze lock him.
Yeah. Nope.
If you
got
didn't
a,
recover,
Yeah, if you
probably
didn't
would have been
recover.
over. But
Yeah.
I just started a new run, and I have a pretty damn good IV Magikarp. He's got a few perfects, but everything else is like really high. It's not exactly perfect. And then he's got Liquidation as his egg move, so he's actually like capable of
That's
killing
crazy.
things before evolving into Gyarados.
well, maybe not necessarily. Magikarp does have pathetic stats.
Well, he's capable of dealing damage at level 5 though.
That is important.
Because it was like stage like 8 or something, and I was like, oh fuck, the only guy I have left is Magikarp. I'm fucked. And I was like, wait a minute, he's got Liquidation, and he like one-shot a Geo dude. Or no, it wasn't a Geo dude, it was something else. But it's like, damn. Do they have shit like Perish Song in?
Yeah.
Yes.
How do they work?
In fact, I'm surprised I haven't seen anyone do a Perish Song strat because it probably works.
I don't know, I
Perish
feel
Song
like
just
there'd be- I
it
feel
kills
like
after
there'd
3 turns,
some kinda
unless they switch out.
safeguard.
He doesn't.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised if there was just like a pop-up that was like, you can't use that now.
And it's probably that if that is the case, then Mawile may be the best Pokemon in the entire game because I'm pretty sure Mawile can learn that
Yeah,
move, and
someone
it's Steel
said-
Fairy.
You cannot, and also for what it's worth, other moves like Endeavor also don't work. You have to fight him fair and
What?
square.
That's
relatively
lame.
Speaking. Yeah, fair and square, relatively speaking. Leech Seed and Salt Cure beg to differ. Super Fang is really good though. Super Fang will take just a whole bar off.
I've
every
got
time.
the strat down though.
He's run the simulation.
All right, this is it. I wish the number that he said was accurate.
Yeah.
Accurate to how much, because I assume what he's implying by his little dialogue there is that, like, you know, every time we and anyone else have run this dungeon, it's all actually happening. It's all the same person over and over and over, and he's like, yeah, we'll finally see. But the number stays the same. But I know he can I know the guy's kept track of it because he literally just made a post about like how many battles have been won the other day.
Damn, that motherfucker woke up. First round. Okay. That I think was different, but I might just be misremembering because that fight just went so goddamn long.
He didn't do the same thing this time as last time. remember uh, last time Gyarados was nearly dead when you switched him out.
That's fair. $5,643,853 cycle.
It's true. I was there.
True.
But yeah, no, Chris. Kentucky was a good 24-hour trip.
It's a nice place for the most part.
15 hours of driving to be there for not much longer
Kentucky
than that.
in general?
I went. I just graduated this weekend, and my family was doing like a trip with these old family friends of ours that they used to live. It was these people that they knew when my dad.
Oh
was
my
in the
fucking
military,
god!
And they were friends like when they were starting to have kids. So this was all like 20 odd some years ago, and since then they've just kind of met with them recently. So we're going to meet them. I don't really remember them. I've only met them I was like 7 years old last time. So they're like, it's like a graduation trip. We're going to Kentucky. And I was like, graduation trip to go meet these people that are lovely, but I really don't know them. And it's like 7 hours away ish.
Jeez.
And I was just so
Been there.
tired of like finals and capstone stuff and like just 2 weeks straight of just back to back to back to back bullshit, and then like graduation and then drive to Kentucky. So I got there. It was supposed to be a week long. It was supposed to be like Monday through Friday. I got there Monday, and then like Tuesday afternoon, I just like looked at my phone and just looked around, and I was like, well, I'm probably gonna go home. I just really want to just go home and just do nothing. Actively choose to do nothing and just chill, because I was just exhausted. And I've been sick the whole time too. I got sick like the week before finals, and I've still been kind of getting over it because I haven't had enough days to just like do nothing and get enough sleep, and I've been taking like medicine and stuff, but I won't feel hungry for like 2 days, and then all of a sudden I'm like painfully like starving, and then I eat like one fucking thing, like maybe like 300 calories worth of food, and then I feel like sick to my stomach full. And I'm like, oh my fucking god, dude, this sucks. So then, yeah, I mean, when we were in Kentucky, everyone was just like sitting around drinking and just like reminiscing, and I was like, if I drank anything, I would throw up, and I don't have anything to reminisce about. It was really funny. One of their daughters had her fiance over, and he's kind of like in the same boat as me. Like, he didn't really know anyone or want to be there. I was just kind of talking with him about random shit. He plays a bunch of PC shit, but he plays like Siege and a bunch of other things with his friends.
Gross.
I meant to get his like Discord or something before I left. But he actually left before me because the daughter had to go do something. She's in like med school right now. And was like just fully swamped with shit. Doing OB-GYN stuff.
Let's see if I can.
I think you're in a better position this time than the last time.
I think so. 865 health healed. Jesus Christ.
Snorlax is a big boy. It's crazy. He's just not attacking Flygon right now.
Yeah.
This is exactly what I
He
did.
could pretty much.
Just,
I think
like,
he could kill him with any move.
he just like spammed my tank who was able to heal himself over and over, and I just like beat the shit out of him with the Garchomp. I was like, this is like, once I fully realized that, I was like, oh, so I just kind of embraced it and did it, and then he'll randomly decide to just like turn a blast Flygon.
Yeah.
I think the AI in this game is dumber than the AI in Pokemon games. It's just that they have more.
He needs to get with the people that make
them more powerful.
I forgot what it's called. What's that one, like insane one? Like the emulator one that people play that's just like super difficult. What was that?
Kaizo?
Yes, that one.
Kaizo uses default Emerald AI.
It is just default. It's just tuned up with like the actual like.
Yeah, it's the same. It's pretty much the same principle actually. In that game, he just he modifies the moves in Pokemon, and then he just limits what the player has access to versus the AI. So the AI uses Pokemon and moves and abilities that the player just literally can't use. Like they can heal, they can boost their stats. The player can't do, like, they don't have access to those moves. Or I guess they can, but they've been like, the AI could use a full 5 recovers, whereas the player only gets 1. But that's kind of what they do in this, or at least in endless mode, where the AI starts getting like chips that give them crazy stat buffs by default. And a little bit in classic, I guess, just because they you'll run up to a trainer and they'll have 6 Pokemon that all have like 10 berries on them. And it's like you can't realistically do that on yourself in a classic run. So close. Please, he cannot wake up.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's just I can't do enough damage to him. Like the motherfucker just.
It's just like, please don't recover.
If he sleeps this turn, I think you get him.
Oh fuck! All right.
Yes.
Oh.
Come on.
You took your charcoal. Oh,
It's it. There's no way this doesn't.
I got Torch Song. Yeah, I think we're good.
Let's go.
All right. Fucking hell.
Round of clappers.
Well, now
Phase 3.
I'm gonna stop the recording because I'm just gonna upload this directly to fucking YouTube.